few minutes, we want to talk about face to face with the Lord. Face to face with the Lord. Amen. Amen. I know, I think last week, me and Brother Strauss did a little small illustration about the difference between hearing and listening. Amen. Now, I don't know, we who are parents, when we are talking to our kids, some of us will say, look at me when I'm talking to you. It feels like you're not getting anything accomplished if they're not looking at you when you're talking. Somebody need to say amen. Amen. Just for a little while, we want to try just to lay a little foundation that when we get face to face with the Lord, this is not only a good or even a great time, this is an intimate time. Amen. When you want to have an intimate time with someone, you can't have your kids or your mama tagging along. Amen. If there ever was a time you want to get intimate with the Lord, you first need to get face to face with Him. Somebody need to say amen. I know some of y'all might stand up and say, well, I can love and also have a good relationship from a distance. But you can't get intimate from a distance. Somebody need to say amen. You can jeopardize a relationship when you don't have enough face-to-face time. Amen. The less face-to-face that you have with someone, that gives you more time to have face-to-face with somebody else. Or help me somebody. Amen. Amen. If I don't spend time with my wife, next thing you know, Jody gonna get to my house and my girl will be gone. Oh, y'all gonna help me up in here. Amen. Amen. A little foundation. In Exodus 32, it tells us a little bit about how chapter 33 comes about. It tells us when Moses had went up with talked to God in the mountain, and he came back down. And after he came back down, he found that the folks had built a golden calf. They pulled their necklaces, they pulled their earrings out, and they melted it down, and they molted a calf. And God was it just messed God up. He was so upset with them. He wanted to consume them right there. So then we get to chapter 33. It says, in verse 1, it says, and the Lord said unto Moses, depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, unto thy seed will I give it. He was just telling them, I told Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, your people will have a land that's flowing with milk and honey. I'm trying to speak up a bit. But he's telling them, you're going to get what I said you're going to get, but I'm not going to go with you. Now, I don't know about anybody else that you can have your fancy car, you can have your fine home, but if you ain't got Jesus, you ain't got nothing. Amen. So he said, you can have the silver and gold, but I'd rather have Jesus. He told them, you're going to get this land, because I'm not going to go back on my word, but I'm just not going to be with you. So now Moses is a little nervous about that. He said he got to go back and talk to God on behalf of the people, because he realized what had happened. Now, because in chapter 32, because when Moses left to commune with God on behalf of the people should at least be trying to pray for the leader while he was gone. For what they were doing, they were thinking more about themselves and thinking less about God. And look what happened in the story. You read the story, go even to chapter 31, it tells us that because they messed up so bad, Moses came back down off the mountain. He was so upset that he said, who's on God's side, come to me. the whole tribe of Levi came, which were the priests. They came to him. And he said, the ones that are not standing with me, take your sword and kill every one of them. I know because of the mercy of God, God may not act like that now, but if he takes his presence away from you, you're not who you really supposed to be. Somebody need to say amen. Amen. So now he told them, you'll read when the Miller read to us, they talk about the ornaments. We're talking about the earrings and the jewelry. And y'all know it's just accessories for some. It's a nice looking look for others. Amen. Some folks in some religions try to use this to go against our gentlemen. When our men wearing earrings, it's because God wasn't pleased. They talk about the ornaments, but I come to the conclusion that earrings should make somebody anyhow. That's right. Amen. 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 If you still can chew on a pork chop with an earring in your ear, things are still good. But if an earring gonna change who you are, you need to take it off. Somebody just say amen. Now check this out. He said you need to get rid of the ornaments. He said that because that's what they used to build the golden calf. So they start turning it off. Now Moses said, I got to get back with God. I got to get some intimate face-to-face time with God. Somebody need to say amen. And to get some clarity on it, amen, I need to read to you Exodus 33 in the NIV. Amen. And it starts in verse 7. In verse 7, it talks about a tabernacle. But I want to let you know what it really was. It said, now Moses used to take a tent. And in the King James Version, when it talks about a tabernacle, it's really talking about a tent. So they was all in a group together that everybody had their own tents where they dwelled in, where they lived in, but every now and then Moses had to get his own separate little tent. Go away from everybody else. And he picks his tent outside of the camp. And he tells me that while he was pitching his tent, everybody else realized that God was already kicked off at him. But they knew that when every time Moses pitched his own personal, intimate tent, that's when the presence of God would descend down from glory. So it tells me that when he pitched his tent, everybody else stood at the door of their tent. Now, some of them got concerned about the leader. When the leader went up to the mountain, they had no concern about him. They did their own thing, but now they scared that God's going to take his presence away from them. Now, when Moses picked his tent, they stand at the door. I got some kids folk, but I ain't gonna call no names. When a car drive by, when a car hop across their house, I said, stand on this side. Folks, some folks are just nosy. Amen. Amen. They more concerned about other people than they be concerned about themselves. Folks waste a lot of time. I didn't realize how important I was. I really did. I really didn't know how important I really was. When folks spend a lot of time worrying about how I got my car. Word got back to me, said the church is paying the got past a brand new car. Somebody don't lie to me. My son still making payments every month. But folks, when they get nosy, their stories change. That's right. So here's the people now. They just standing at the door. It reminded me 2 years ago, me and my wife Another couple, we went on vacation down the Myrtle Beach, and we were driving back. And he said, oh, we ain't going to all go way back to Madison. We stayed and got a room in Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. Now, the first afternoon, we got there, and one guy come up, he said, y'all want me to hook you up? I mean, I'm a little old school and got a little touch of new school, but I'm thinking this guy was trying to sell me something. No, man, I don't want nothing. No, you want some juice? No. I said, man, I want to look for a good soul food place. That's what I'm talking about. I said, okay. He told us where to go. Gotta go around this road, and everything. And we were getting halfway lost and stuff like that, and all we saw was a store. And we found out that was the place. And go in the back of the store, man. They had ham hock, pig feet, chicken. They had everything you can think of. And I said, all right, man. So I just waited in line, we got some chillings and stuff like that. And I had to kind of look at them really good because I just don't eat anybody's chillings. But we got there. And as we was going back, there was kids out in the road. People standing kind of in their doorway. The boys had their little portable basketball court in the side of the road. So their part of the playground was the road. So we're driving. And the kids still playing basketball. Like they noticed that we was even there. Part of me told the guy that was driving, nail him at home. But then I saw the one standing at the pedal. It makes you a little nervous. Because you really don't know what can happen when folks just stand at the door. Something good could happen, or something bad can happen. I just want to encourage somebody that God is standing at your door. He want to allow something good to come your way. But if you don't just take your time in the bottom of the line, all we did was just wait. And they looked at us, they got out the way. A few of them rolled their eyes. Some of them might have waved at us, not with all their fingers. But when I went in an area where I wasn't familiar with, I got to make sure the presence of God is with me. Moses pitched his tent by himself. Is there anybody ever get closer to God by themselves? There's certain rooms in our house. It's kind of off limits when you're in there. So, phone, tell them I'm busy. Y'all catch it, man. They said they need you for a look. Tell them I'm busy. I'm taking care of business. I don't even carry my cell phone in there, my cordless phone. I don't carry none of that in there with me because I got a little magazine rack. Couple versions of Bibles right there. All I got to do is just reach over and grab. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. In some cases, that's the only time that you get your intimate time, your personal time is in that special room. Help me, somebody. Amen. So Moses pitched his tent to get some intimate time with the Lord. Because he told them God is so upset because you're stiff-necked people. Talk about how stubborn you were. When things didn't go your way, you want to kind of perform a tantrum. Amen. Being stubborn. I'm so glad I'm standing before this congregation. And I feel like everybody in here does not have a stubborn spirit. We don't have no hard-headed folk in here. Y'all know what the old folk used to say? A hard head? Moses pitched his tent to get time with God. Folks all standing in their tent wondering what's going on. Then a pillar. A cloud came down in the entrance of it. That's when the intimate time was coming. And then he started talking to God. God said, I'm going to give him the land that I promised. But I'm just not going to be with him. Swiftfoot, what good would it be if God give us a breakthrough? Allow us to build something new. Connect on it. What good would it be if God wouldn't be in it? It's not, what you said? God, if God's not in it, it ain't going to work.